The curator and I liked each other in the way you have to like someone who knows more about you than they should. I told him he damn well better give Jenny a show of her own. She got a call the next day, although I heard she turned him down. I can't imagine why. I mailed her last check with quite a bit extra thrown in, enough to keep her fed until she started selling on her own. That's what she should have been doing anyway, instead of stretching my damn canvases. I pulled a clean bowl out of the stack and shook the hell out of a bottle of gesso, a mixture of latex and calcium carbonate. Some form of the stuff has been in use since Cleopatra took goat's milk baths. Except back then it was made of animal-based glue, and PETA doesn't allow that anymore. I upended what was left into the bowl. I added a quarter as much of acrylic gloss, opened the bottle of water I'd drunk half of the night before, and added an equal part of it to the mix, too. Chuckles jumped up on the work table and switched his tail near the open bottle, making idle threats before winding his way around cans of solvent and glue. He walked over to a stack of magazines and takeout menus and just plain trash I thought I might want to use in a piece someday. A Vogue slipped off the top and flopped to the floor. It stayed there, because Jenny wasn't around to pick it up. Finding nothing of interest, Chuckles jumped to the metal work shelves that line one wall. He sauntered past rows of magazines in archival holders, alphabetized by title: Car and Driver, Cosmopolitan, Food and Wine, Los Angeles, National Geographic, Popular Photography, Wine Spectator. He paid no mind to the plastic bins with printed labels: menus, travel brochures, maps U.S., maps foreign, advertising women, advertising men, newspapers U.S., newspapers foreign. Instead, he rubbed the corner of his mouth on the boxes that hold wallpaper scraps and fabric pieces organized by color, then turned his attention to the large rubber trash bins. They don't hold trash, but keep bits of things I drag home off the street. I heard the whomp as he landed on one of the lids with all four paws. Jenny kept it all straight, so I didn't have to. She drew the line only at animal bones. Those I had to clean and boil myself. I was partial to birds' wings, but it was getting easier to order them online rather than collect what the coyotes left behind. I worked the canvas from the top down, in long horizontal strokes with a wide brush, pushing the mix into the weave. It was grunt work, and I'd have to let it dry, sand it down, and do it again. This was why I'd hired an assistant in the first place. I dropped my brush into a can, remembered I had no one to clean up after me, and picked it up again along with the cat and carried them both to the sink. I washed the brush with soap and water. The cat got a reprieve. Gesso is ruinous for brushes. Might as well dip them in superglue. If Chuckles got into it, I suppose I'd have to shave him, which would make it even harder to find him a caretaker. Nobody wants a mange victim. I tapped on the laptop keyboard a few times to wake it up and sat down with the carton of orange juice at the kitchen table. It was time. "Got any requests?" I asked Chuckles. He rubbed his face on my screen. "Right," I agreed. "No kids." I typed that. "Anything else?" He turned around on his short legs and showed me his brown butthole. "No dogs." I added that and typed out the rest of the notice. Male, white Persian, non-smoker with strong opinions seeks adoptive home. Named Chuckles. Answers to nothing. Good grooming habits with a fondness for windowsills and feisty calicos. Current owner diagnosed with non-communicable fatal illness. Cat not responsible. House trained. Healthy. No kids, no dogs. I added a photo and showed it to him. "What do you think?" Chuckles didn't really give a shit, which was rather short-sighted of him. I uploaded it anyway and considered dinner. "You want me to bring you something?" I asked. Chuckles didn't open his eyes, which were leaking discharge onto his squished face as usual. I took off my gray denim work apron and picked my jacket up off the floor. No worse for wear. Think of all the time I'd wasted over the years hanging it up. I shoved my arms into it and left the door unlocked. The Volvo with the damaged bumper was gone, so I didn't have to hit any more cars.